Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Right. Extremely sorry for delaying the starting the class. Shall we start the discussion? Hello. Oh, කියන හරි ලෙක්චර් එකේ ඉන්නේ.
Recording in progress.
Our discussion today is only group dynamics. What is happening within groups? First, we started defining a group. There are some definitions given. The first definition is two or more persons who interact regularly to accomplish a common purpose or goal. So there are several elements in the definition. The first one, two or more persons. Number two, interact regularly to accomplish a common goal is the third element. So common purpose is a purpose that all the people will have to contribute to achievement of the goal. It is not the similar purposes. Say for an example, people waiting at a bus hall to go to Colombo. All the people are waiting at the bus hall to go to Colombo. So we can't say that it is a common goal, it is a similar goals, because they are waiting independently go to Colombo. So common interaction is not needed. If the common purpose, common effort is needed, it is a common goal. Number two, two or more individuals interacting and interdependent who have come together to achieve particular objectives. Two or more individuals who interact regularly, interacting and interdependent. Two or more individuals interacting and interdependent who have come together to achieve particular objectives. Then that definition doesn't talk about the common objective. It talks about particular objectives. Two or more individuals interacting and interdependent. So they are interacting and interdependent who have come together to achieve particular objectives. Third definition, two or more freely interacting individuals who share collective norms and goals and have a common identity. Mm. Then in that definition also, common objective have been removed. But it says about sharing collective norms and goals. Common objective is there. Sharing collective norms and goals. Goals as well as norms, the standards of informal standards of behavior, and have a common identity. They should have their own identity. Right. Based on these three definitions, I identified four common elements of a group. Number one, collection of two or more people at the center, collection of two or more people, sharing common goals, stable pattern of relationships, and perceiving themselves as being a group. Two or more people having common goal and stable pattern of relationship. The relationship pattern should be stable and they should perceive themselves as being a group. Therefore, Samsung company, global Samsung company, which employs around 4,000 people, is not a group. University of Sri Jawaharlanapura also cannot be identified group because we all people, all members are not aware about the existence of other people. So, but Faculty of Management Studies and Commerce can be identified to be a group as we know each other, so we can perceive themselves as being a group. So large organizations accordingly removed from our definitions. Types of groups. Groups can be divided into two, mainly formal groups and informal groups. Formal groups are the groups established by the management to achieve organizational objectives. Informal groups are the groups established not by the organization, especially instead of establishing, they emerge as a social interaction or interactions among the people naturally happen organizations, informal groups. Command group, formal groups subdivided again into two, command groups and task groups. Command groups are the groups with boss and the subordinates. Boss and the subordinate is a command group. Task group is a group with a special task. The special task. Task group can be command groups, but every task group may not be a command group. See, for an example, Department of Marketing is a command group because marketing manager is there and his subordinates are there. And that is a task group also. This because a special task has been assigned. But in some task groups, the members are there, task members, but there may not be a specific leader identified. So every task group may not be a command group. Then task groups are subdivided into two as standing committees and task forces. Standing committees are long-term committees appointed for a special purpose. They, they stand for more than 1 year, standing committees. They stand for more than 1 year, so it is a standing committee. Example may be board of directors, disciplinary committee, etc. Task force is a committee. It is a special committee appointed for a very specific purpose. Say for an example, this year salary increase in purpose, special committee is appointed by the management only for this particular year, for the purpose of reviewing the salaries. So that will be a task force. Then task forces and standing committees. Standing committee, as I said, the permanent committee. Task force is a short-term temporary committee. These standing committees and task forces can be subdivided again as functional and cross-functional. Functional committees are the committees in which only a single function is involved. Say, committee in the marketing department. In the cross-functional committees, several members of several functions included. Say, to design a new product, members from marketing department, finance department, and production department appointed. A committee is appointed for newly designed for a product, taking members from production department, marketing department, and finance department. Then informal groups are subdivided as interest groups and friendship groups. Interest group has a special purpose to achieve, say for an example, to fight for the friend who has been suspended by the management. Special interest is there. The friendship group, there is no special interest. Members are just get together for the friendship, for the achievement of social needs. Then these interest groups and friendship groups can be subdivided again as vertical cliques, horizontal cliques, and mixed cliques. Vertical cliques are the members representing different vertical levels of hierarchy, organization hierarchy. Horizontal cliques are the members consisting similar level of people from different departments. Member from the production department, members from marketing department, members from production department, and so on. Members from equal level of different functions. Mixed cliques are the committees, not committees, just groups consisting of vertical and horizontal groups. Why do people join groups? Security. When people get together, they feel more powerful. So the security will be ensured when the people are together. So they join the group for security purpose. Status. Highly cohesive groups and especially high performance groups have status, and especially if the members uh, from high status groups will be also high status, so members will satisfy status needs, esteem needs, self-esteem. Members will fulfill self-esteem, especially when members are together in the group. They will appreciate themselves, and the members will feel esteem needs. Affiliation, that is the social needs. Members get together to satisfy social needs. Power. Strength is the unity, is the power, is a common statement. When the people are together, they feel more powerful. So power is a need for the people. So they get together to gain more power. Goal achievement. What is impossible as individuals is possible as groups. So goals that is difficult to achieve as individuals can be achieved as groups. So people join groups. Watch this video.
Lessons of the geese. In the fall, when you see geese heading south for the winter, flying in the V formation, pause a moment and appreciate the beauty of the flight. As each bird flaps its wings, it creates uplift for the bird behind it. By flying in a V formation, the whole flock adds at least 71% greater flying range than if each bird flew on its own. Similar to people who are part of a team, the geese reach their goal quicker and easier because they travel on the trust of one another and lift each other up along the way. When a goose falls out of formation, it feels the drag and resistance of trying to go through it alone. As it quickly repositions itself into the V, it once again has the advantage of the power of the flock. If we benefit from the lessons of the geese, we will stay in formation with those who are headed in the same way that we are going. And if for a time we fall out of the team, we'll return to the safety and power of the V. When the lead goose gets tired, he rotates back into the V and another goose takes over. It pays to share leadership and take turns doing hard jobs. The geese honk from behind to encourage those up front to keep their speed. Words of support and inspiration help energize those on the front line, helping them to keep pace in spite of the day-to-day pressures and fatigue. It is important that our honking be encouraging. Otherwise, it's just, well, honking. Finally, when a goose gets sick or wounded and falls out, two geese fall out of the formation and follow the injured one down to help and protect him. They stay with him until he is either able to fly or passes on. Then they launch out with another formation to catch up with their group. And just as the geese do, we will stand by each other when things get rough. We will stay in formation with those headed where we want to go. The next time you see a formation of geese, remember their message. The geese depend on teamwork for their life's journey. And as people, one of the most rewarding and fulfilling experiences in life is to be a contributing member of a team.
You will do amazing things.
Lessons of the geese. So very valuable video. So geese are the birds born not to fly. They are especially spending their life on water and the land, so they rarely fly. So when they want to migrate 1,000 of miles, flying is difficult. So difficulty is overcome by flying in the V formation. So then there they followed several principles. Those principles was discussed in the video. Stages of group development. When the group develops, it passes several stages: forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjoining. Forming is the stage, the first stage of forming a group. Members from different directions come and meet together and discuss with each other. So there is no group, but they are going to develop a group and sharing information, etc. In the storming stage, they develop the group and norms and behavioral standards are not established. Leaders are not identified. So it is like a storm. Kunatu Akage. So a lot of fights happen going on within the group to establish group norms and to identify group leader. So different people will try to be a leader, and once they fail, another one will try to be the leader. Finally, a leader will be appointed. Behavioral norms will be established. In the norming stage, behavioral norms are established and leader is identified. Now storming stage has been passed, so everything has become normal. They have come to the normalcy, so leader is appointed, behavioral standards are agreed upon. Now they are ready to perform. Then common objective is identified in the norming stage. In the performing, in the Knowing stage, common objective is identified, behavioral standards are identified. So now the members start performing toward the common objective. Then that is the group, that the stages, 4 stages pass by every group performing, but some groups temporarily established phase, another stage, that is adjoining phase, that is the dissolving the group. Once the common objective is achieved, the group will be dissolved. But some groups will not be dissolved, it will be continued for many years. So adjoining will not be related with them. Adjoining is related only with the group that is established only for temporary purposes. The impact of groups on organizational effectiveness. The effect that groups having on organizational effectiveness. Accomplishing tasks that could not be done by employees themselves. So for an organization, group helps to achieve difficult tasks that is impossible by individuals. Being a number of skills and talents to bear on complex and difficult tasks. Complex task. What is a complex task? Can anyone explain me what is a complex task? Meaning of a complex task?
So I think like complex task mean there can be a lot of way to resolve that or achieve the task. So I'm not sure. So I feel like that.
Yes. Anyway, even though the answer is not perfect, thanks very much for you for presenting your idea. Tasks become complex when there are a number of smaller tasks. You have discussed about a complex environment. Environment will be complex when there are a large number of elements, factors affecting the environment. So complexity involves with the number of elements. So in the complex task is a task which is composed of number of smaller tasks. Then to perform a simple complex task, we need different skills. We need different skills because there are different kind of tasks. Therefore, complex tasks cannot be performed by an individual because different skills are needed. So complex tasks can be performed only by a group. That is why it is said, bringing a number of skills and talents to bear on complex, difficult tasks. Complex and difficult tasks. When the task is complex, it's automatically become difficult. Providing a vehicle for decision making that permits multiple and conflicting views to be heard and considered. Providing a vehicle for decision making that permits multiple and conflicting views. Multiple and conflicting views to be heard and considered. So in a group, we can, if the group members are free to forward their ideas, if the leader actively get the involvement of the members, different ideas will emerge. Say example, in a brainstorming session, if a group having a brainstorming session, a large number of ideas will be created. Then these ideas will be multiple, different and multiple, then will be ideal for resolving the problems. Providing an efficient means for organizational control of employees' behavior. Providing an efficient means for organizational control. How organizational control be facilitated by groups?
Sir, when the people are working as a group, they are having shared behaviors and shared norms. Therefore, when we pass the message to one single person in the group, it will be passed to the other members and they also will behave according to that.
Yes, perfect. Very good answer. As well as they will pass the message to the newcomers also. As we discuss in the culture lesson, the ideas, behavioral standards will be passed to the newcomers also. Thank you very much for your answer. So facilitating changes in organization policies or procedures. So when groups are there, it is very easy to forward the ideas for changes because people are working together as a group, will share different point of views. So they will then challenge their personal policies and will come to a common conclusion about the common goals and will be agreed with the organization goals and will be comply with the organizational standards. Increase in organizational stability by transmitting shared beliefs and values to new employees. So this is what we discuss under organization culture. Increase in organizational stability. We said the organization culture change, but it is stable in the short run. So organization stability will be ensured by groups transmitting shared beliefs and values to new employees. So they will transmit new values and not new values, organization values and policies, etc., to the new members. The impact of groups on individual employee effectiveness. So we discuss the impact of groups on organizational effectiveness. Now we are going to discuss the impact of groups on individual employee effectiveness. How group helps individual members to perform well. Aiding in learning about the organization and its environment. When the new member is enter into the organization, other members will help him or her to learn about the organization culture and the way of its behavior. Aiding in learning about oneself. So the one and only one method for us to learn about ourselves is the other people. They will talk about our strength, they will talk about our weaknesses, etc. So it is with our member groups that we can understand ourselves. If we are not living as a group, we won't be able to identify our strength and our weaknesses. Providing help in gaining new skills. So groups will help us to gain new skills. when we live as a group, there are people with multiple skills. So we can learn from these people and gain these multiple skills. Obtain value rewards that are not accessible by oneself. So I said what is impossible as an individual is possible as a group. So we will be able to achieve rewards that are not accessible by oneself. Satisfying important personal needs. That is especially the social or affiliation needs will be able to satisfy. Especially needs for social acceptance and affiliation. That is it. Factors affecting the effectiveness of a group or a team. Factors affecting the effectiveness of a group or team. There are a large number of factors that affect the effectiveness of a group. What do you mean by effectiveness of a group? Effectiveness of a group, what is the meaning of effectiveness?
Achieving the common goal of the group as it is.
Yes, of course. Effectiveness is the degree to which the common objective is achieved. So the factors affecting the achievement of group goals. So there are a large number of such factors, but I have identified very few. If I started from the top, manageable size, training, external support and recognition, result-driven structure, cohesiveness, competent team members, environment, individual roles, positive group norms, challenging tasks, visionary and charismatic leadership. So out of these, shall we discuss about some of these factors? Not all the factors, discussing all the factors take a long time. So shall we select some important factors and discuss them? Factors affecting the effectiveness of group team according to Robbins and Judge. So Robbins and Judge books is recommended for you. An older version is available in the internet, so you can search for the internet and find some old versions. Free versions is available. Anyhow, read the book, whatever it is. Robbins and Judge have identified large number of factors than I identified in my slide. So accordingly, he has identified several factors: process, work design, composition, contracts, etc. So go through the organization behavior book by Robbins and Judge. Organizational structure. If the organization structure is not suitable, you won't be able to run the organization. It is like this effort of transporting tires. කට්ටිය ටයර්ස් අදින්නේ හැබැයි කරත්තේ රෝදෙට දාලා තියෙන්නේ 4 ෆ්‍රේම් දෙකක්. Organic structure. So especially modern time groups operating in a VUCA environment requires organic structures very flexible set of structures to perform. A mechanistic structure would not be suitable for modern environments. The organic environment, organic structure, cross-functional teams will be there. Members from different functions, cross-hierarchical teams. Then members will be appointed from different hierarchies. Free flow of information. Information will flow from different levels. Wide spans of control. Decentralization. Low formalization. High coordination. So we discuss 7 elements of organization structure, division of work, departmentalization, span of management, hierarchy, delegation, formalization, coordination. Out of these 7 elements, some of them are explained here. Cross-functional teams and cross-hierarchical teams. Shall we take this picture drawn in the first, this circle may represent a member from a production department, this member from a marketing department, and these are the low-level people. So free communication among the members, and then 4 groups are identified here. Then free communication among the 4 groups also be available. So cross-functional teams, cross-hierarchical teams, free flow of information, wide spans of control, decentralization, low formalization, high coordination. This is one end of the organizational structure, one extreme end. At the other end, there lies mechanistic structure, high specialization, rigid departmentalization, clear chain of command, narrow spans of control, centralization, high formalization, poor coordination. Mechanistic structures suitable for highly bureaucratic organizations operating in a stable environment. But today, business environment is very dynamic, very volatile. So mechanistic structures would not be suitable. Mechanistic structures and organic structures, as I said, are the extremes of say 100%, 100% mechanistic. 100% organic. Letter M for mechanistic, letter O for organic. Then these are, as I said, the two extremes. So there cannot be find 100% mechanistic or 100% organic organizations. These are only theoretical explanations. Then if we take Sri Lankan government sector organization, we will be able to place them very closer to mechanistic side, sorry, not organic, mechanistic, this side, Sri Lankan government sector organization, Sri Lankan private sector organization will be available in these sides, and Japanese sector private organization, Japanese private sector organizations will be available in these side levels. Did you get the point? As I
Yes,
said,
sir.
100% organic or 100% mechanistic structures are not available in this world. Those are only theories. But Sri Lankan government sector organization will be close to mechanistic sector, mechanistic side in comparison to private sector organizations. In comparison to Sri Lankan organizations, Japanese organization will be more closer to the organic side. Special forces to discuss some factors about group behavior. We need to watch a video, but before watching the video, shall we discuss something called group cohesiveness? Group cohesiveness is the extent to which the members are committed to each other and to the group. Cohesiveness is the extent to which the members are attracted to each other. Members, degree to which members are attracted to each other and to the group. In a cohesive group, members are attached to each other, attracted to each other, and they are attached to the group also. Then second definition is also given. Cohesiveness is the sum of the forces acting on the members to remain in the group and the number of and strength of positive attitudes shared by the members. No need of that definition. The first definition is simple and attractive. Determinant of cohesiveness: time spent together, severity of initiation, group size, gender of members, external threats, previous success, cooperation. So time spent together is a determinant of cohesiveness. So if the members spend time together, more time together, more and more, they will be more cohesive. Severity of initiation is the difficulty to get the membership. If getting the membership is very difficult, the more cohesive the group will be. Group size: larger the group, lesser the cohesiveness. So cohesiveness is high among the small groups because time spent together will be increased and chance to interact with each other will be increased when the group is small. Gender of members. Same gender group will be more cohesive. External threat. If a threat coming from the external environment, a group will be more cohesive. Previous success affect the cohesiveness. Previous failures decrease the group cohesiveness. Cooperation among the group members will increase the cohesiveness. Then shall we see how Sri Lankan forces have been formed. Sri Lankan special force numbered 3 in the world. Number 3 most effective and dangerous special force is Sri Lankan force. ලෝකයේ ස්පෙෂල් ෆෝසස් වලින් නම්බර් 3 ලංකාවේ ස්පෙෂල් ෆෝස් එක දෙවෙනි වන්නේ රෂියාවල ස්පෙෂල් ෆෝස් එකටයි ඇමරිකන් ස්පෙෂල් ෆෝස් එකට විතරයි. අපි බලමු වීඩියෝ එකක් කොහොමද මේක වෙන්නේ කියලා. Can you see the video?
Yes, sir, we can see.
So they are our ranking, the ranking of special forces. We are the number 3 in the world. So then shall we see how they are created? Before that, shall we watch a Taiwan military training, how military was trained to remain cohesive and successful. Taiwan amphibian recon force. If you could not see the video, tell me.
He has come today to witness his son's ultimate pain. To increase their pain, salty water is thrown onto their wounds. Team number 1's leader, Tai Chung Hao, is struggling to get to the end. His men are ahead of him. Instructors want him to lead by example.
高转，你滚翻，给他站一站。
He has to rely on his determination to get this badge. It's one final test to prove they will do anything to join the Frogmen.
You've got what it takes for Special Forces, Taiwan Marine Recon. Tonight, 11 p.m. on History.
Sri Lanka's LERP operatives are famous for taking down high-level enemy targets during the country's 2.5-decade-long civil war.
We managed to neutralize some of their very top leaders. Of course, it had a huge impact.
A black op unit that sacrifices manpower for stealth.
අපි පොඩි කණ්ඩායම් වශයෙන් මේ ක්‍රියාවිත මේ පුරුදු කරේ.
Long-range patrols gather intelligence and carry out sabotage operations deep behind enemy lines, where discovery could mean death. This elite unit was born from a 25-year civil war. In 1975, the Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam launched a violent campaign against the Sri Lankan government, demanding independence in northern and eastern parts of the country. Post 9/11, the FBI classified the Tigers as one of the most dangerous terrorist groups in the world.
ගොඩක් ක්‍රියාකාරකම් තිබුණා මංකොල්ල කෑම මිනිමරුන් දේශපාලඥයින් විනාශ කිරීම ඒ වගේම මේ සිවිල් අය ඝාතනය කිරීම ගම්මාන වලට පහළ දීම.
Conventional forces were unable to reach Tamil Tiger strongholds, hidden in remote jungle terrain.
We were going into jungle with large forces, like 25, 30 people. Most of the time, we used to lose surprise.
Smaller teams were needed, skilled in unconventional jungle warfare. In 1996, 20 volunteers formed the first LERP team, a top-secret unit trained to infiltrate enemy lines and survive in complete isolation.
අවසාන මානසික මෙහෙයුමේ විශේෂ බලකාය ලොකු රාජකාරියක් නායකත්වයක් මේ මානසික මෙහෙයුමට දුන්නා.
Until the end of the war in 2009, the existence of this unit was kept under wraps, and the identities of LERP members a secret. Today, in peacetime, there are fewer than 200 LERP operatives, a small elite club. To gain access, recruits will have to go through 6 months of advanced training. But just to get there, they first have to survive 3 weeks of hell. Selection phase day 1. Sri Lanka's Special Forces Training School, Maduru Oya National Park. 207 volunteers are undergoing their first PT test, a grueling series of cardio and strength exercises to stress the whole body. These men are already part of the Sri Lankan Special Forces, but qualifying to become a LERP will take a whole new level of mental and physical stamina. At 35, Recruit 8 is the oldest in the course. A team of instructors watch over their every move, looking to weed out the weakest. 26-year-old recruit.
So as he said, the group are smaller. Maximum size is 25. And they said that there are 200 people taking the test, but only 25 people will be recruited finally. So selection is very difficult selection process. And all the people ambition is to join because the joining this group give the status needs to the employees. ඇහුණා දෙයක් ඒගොල්ලෝ කිව්ව දේ මගේ බලාපොරොත්තු මේකට ජොයින් වෙන්න කියලා.
These men are already part of the Sri Lankan Special Forces, but qualifying to become a LERP will take a whole new level of mental and physical stamina. At 30
Recording in progress.
බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ ඇවිල්ලා මේක අධිෂ්ඨානශීලීව ඉවර ගන්න. එතකොට යාළට තියෙන සීමිත වෙලාවෙන් තමන්ගේ අරමුණ කරා කොහොම හරි ළඟා වෙලා පාඨමාලා ඉදිරියට යන්න කියන එක තමයි අපිට කියන්නේ.
The 40-degree temperature will beat these soldiers down. But there's another hidden danger unique to these jungles that the recruits have to watch out for.
මාදුරේ ප්‍රදේශයේ ඇත්තම මේ අලි ගහන ඉන්නවා. හේතුව තමයි දැන් ඇත්තම අලියක් ඉන්නේ නිවිසන ඉදිරියේ යන්නේ. එයා එන්නකොට අපේ යන ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස් වලේ කවුරු හරි මොකක් හරි සද්දයක් හරි මොකක් හරි දැම්මොත් ඒ සද්දෙට තමයි ඇලර්ට් කරනවා. ඒ ඇලර්ට් වෙන කල්වල ඉන්න තමයි අලියා කොහොමද අපිට වඩා පාස්නේ. මොකද අලියා කිට් වෙනවා නේ. ඒකට ඉතින් අර අපි දීලා තියෙන බ්ලැන්ක්ස් වලින් ෆයර් කරන තමයි තියෙන එකම එයාට තියෙන එකම අවස්ථාව. එයාට දුර බේරෙන්න දෙන්න මේ ලොකු ජංගල් එක.
If surprised, wild elephants can charge and kill a man.
අලින් ඔතෙන් කාලිය මාචේ අලිය ඇතන ඉතිතාලේක එහෙම කියලා ඉතින් අපි ආරක්ෂා දෙන්න හොඳට ඩයිනෝසාර් පැත්තකට මගේ පාඩිය මම ගමන කරගෙන යනවා.
It's only 6 hours into the march, but Recruit 8 is beginning to struggle.
ගොඩක් බාධක තියෙනවා. ඒට අමතරව උෂ්ණත්වය වැඩි. අද දවසේ මගේ ගොඩක් තුවාල තියෙනවා කුල්වල. ඊට පස්සේ මගේ තුවාල වලට පොඩ්ඩක් ආයෙ ප්ලාස්ටරයක් ගහගෙන පැය දෙක තුනක් මෙතන ඉඳලා ඊට පස්සේ මම මගේ පොයින්ට් එක කවර් කරන්න මම යන්නේ.
This is not his first time on the course.
මම එක දරයක් මම වුණාට පස්සේ දැන් ආයෙත් මම හරි ආසයි මේකට ඒ හින්දා මම කොහොම හරි බලන්නේ මේකෙන් ජයග්‍රහණය කරන්න. ඒක තමයි මගේ එකම පරමාර්ථය. මම ලක්කෝස් කරන්නවට පස්සේ අම්මා ඊට පස්සේ මම කෝස් එක කරගෙන යනකොට අම්මා ඉස්සන් වුණා. මාත් අම්මලාගේ නිතරම ඉන්න ඕන අවශ්‍ය නිසා මම කෝස් එකෙන් අයින් වුණා. දැන් අම්මා ජීවිත නැතර නෑ. දැනට අම්මා දැන් මම ආයෙ ආවා. මගේ දැන් අම්මා තාත්තා මට දෙන්නම නෑ. ඊට පස්සේ මම දැන් හිත ආයේ මම හිත අදිෂ්ඨාන කරගෙන මම දැන් නැවත කෝස් එක කරන්න එකයි.
Recruit 8 has 30 kilometers left to go. Despite his determination, his decision to rest may cost him. Another recruit has just run into some big trouble. 201 recruits are fighting to become part of Sri Lanka's elite long-range patrol. They are nearing the end of a brutal 50-kilometer march. Excessive heat, rugged terrain, and 50-pound packs are slowing the recruits down. But one recruit has just faced an even bigger obstacle. Instructors have just been given the alert. A recruit has been attacked by an elephant. They need to evacuate him immediately.
අලියා ඔය පැත්තෙන් දැකලා තියෙනවා. අලියා පිටිපස්සෙන් තමයි මම ගිහලා තියෙන්නේ. අලියා පිටිපස්සෙන් යනකොට සබ්ජෙක්ට් මියා කොහොම හරි සබ්ජෙක්ට් වෙන්නේදී අනිපාර මොකක් සබ්ජෙක්ට් වෙන්නේ අලියා හැරුණා දැක්කා. ඊට පස්සේ පැක් එකට තමයි ගහලා තියෙන්නේ.
The medical team is checking for any broken bones or internal injuries. Recruit 129 has a small fracture in his arm. He's lucky. Elephant attacks can be deadly. He survived the attack, but not the course.
ඇත්තටම මේ සාමාන්‍ය අලියෙක් ඇත්තටම 80කට වගේ වෙල්ලා තිබුත් මෙයා ඇත්තටම කන්ට්‍රෝල් කරන්න බැරි වෙන කෝස් එක.
Time is nearly up for the 50-kilometer march. Recruits are rushing to make it to the finish line. Despite Recruit 8's decision to rest during the march and an injured foot, the oldest candidate in the course has just managed to complete it on time.
කකුලේ අමාරුවටි වැඩි කෝස් එකේ එක පාඩම එක දෙයක් උඩට එළින්ද මම ඒක කකුල ආබාධ අමතක කරගෙන මගේ අදිෂ්ඨානෙන්ද මම පොයින්ට් එක
At the training grounds, recruits are gathering for a post-march inspection.
ඔතනවලට පැහැදිලි කරලා කොහොමද යන්නේ ඉතින් කැම කොලා අනිවාර්යෙන් ගේන්න කියලා තේරුණාද? ඒක තමයි ස්පෙෂල් ෆෝස් සොල්දාදුවෙක්ගේ තියෙන විනය. හරිද? ජංගල් ඩිසිප්ලින්.
ජනරේෂන් කොලේ ගෑල්ල වෙලා ගෑල්ල පොඩි ගෑල්ල කරලා අඩම් නෑ ඉපස්දම අඩ්ඩවන ආදුනම.
But it's not the most serious offense committed today. A recruit has been caught throwing away sand from his pack. It's an immediate dismissal from the course.
ඊයේ මං තුන්වෙනි ලෙග් එක කවර් කරන්න ගිහිල්ලා වැරදිලා වමට ඇදලා ගොඩක් ක්ලාස් වයන් බැරි හිතද්දී මං ආව කැම්ප් එක කොහොමද කැම්ප් එකට යන්නේ කියලා වැලි අයින් කරනවා කියලා හිතාන වැලි අයින් කරා.
දැන් මේකේ යා කරනවා කියලා කියන්නේ අනිවාර්යෙන් යාගේ රියල් සිටුේෂන් එකෙත් එයා ඒ වගේ දාලා ඇවිල්ලා ඩිසිප්ලින් හදනවා අනිවාර්යෙන්.
Recruit numbers are dropping quickly. 27 other recruits have failed the march. The 174 who remain are exhausted and hungry. They think they're about to enjoy their first real meal in 48 hours. Some men smuggled out apples. The punishments are used to build teamwork. One mistake from one man means everyone suffers. In a combat situation, that rule is deadly serious. Lurps can penetrate hundreds of kilometers through difficult and hostile terrain. But when missions call for speed, Sri Lanka's special forces have faster ways of getting around.
දාවනපති බලගෙන ඇතර පස්සේ ලංකාවේ ඕනෑම ප්‍රදේශයක රාජකාරී කරන්න කියන්නේ කඳු තෙල් ඊට පස්සේ මඩ වගුරු ඕනෑම තැනකදී අපිට ශනිකව මේ දාවනපතිය ඉතාමත් සූක්ෂම ආකාරයෙන් හසුරවන්න පුළුවන්.
The Combat Rider Squadron are part of Sri Lanka's Special Forces 1st Regiment, deployed on missions where speed and access are key.
බයිසිකල් සමග අවශ්‍ය කරන හැම අවියක්ම ඒ හැම අවියක්ම පුහුණුවීම් ලබන්න ඕනේ. බයිසිකල් එක වෙරිතබමින් ඉදිරියට යන්න.
From AK-47 assault rifles to rocket-propelled grenades. Back at the selection course, instructors are upping the pace. 174 survivors have to sprint 5.5 kilometers through the reserve's rugged landscape. Their toughest hurdle will be racing up a 315-meter high rock face.
සාමාන්‍ය අංශක 45 වගේ ආරති කිරියේ දැන් වලින් බැවුම් සහිත ප්‍රදේශයක් තමයි.
They have just 36 minutes to complete the course. In this heat, dehydration can occur quickly and calf muscles start to cramp.
ඉස්බලකායේ තියෙන දුෂ්කර පාඨමාලාවල එකක් තමයි LRT පාඨමාලාව. ගොඩක් සාමාන්‍ය විදිහට කරන්න අමාරුයි.
Coming down slopes like this puts an extra strain on their knees. A simple wrong footing and the course could end right here. once at the base of the cliff, it's a race to finish. They reach the Air Force Base and hospital.
අපේ බොහොමේදී හැකියාවන් ඉගෙන තියෙන දේවල් වලින් තමයි මේ හැම දෙයක්ම ලබාගෙන වෙන කිසිම ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැතුව ප්‍රයෝජන ගන්න පුළුවන්.
A total of 685 Special Forces personnel were killed during the Civil War. LERP Recruit 2 knows the horror of war too well.
Right. No time to play the whole video, but you get an idea about some idea about the difficult training and recruitment given Sri Lankan Special Forces. So, due to this, they will get the status needs satisfied and esteem needs satisfied. So, being a member of Special Force is a dream of every soldier of the military, but it is the most difficult training given, especially recruitment selection test is very difficult. Especially such a difficult training and difficulty in recruitment make the group cohesive. Members become more cohesive and togetherness is enhanced. So, as we discussed earlier, group cohesiveness is the extent to which the members are attracted to each other and to the group. Cohesiveness is the sum of forces acting on the members to remain in the group and the number and strength of positive attitudes shared by the group members. Determinant of group cohesiveness, time spent together will be enhanced in the group is small. If the group is small, severity of initiation, there is a difficulty in getting the membership. So you might have seen in the video how difficult is it to be recruited to the special force. That is why they are recognized as the third best special force in the world. Group size small, only 25 members in a group. Gender members, similar gender. External threats, especially LTT is identified as the external threat. Previous success of the Sri Lanka Special Forces identified and enhanced the cohesiveness, cooperation. All the 25 people are cooperated and help each other to carry on their work. Then interpersonal attraction it depends on these factors. Number one, opportunity to interact. Number two, status. Opportunity to interact enhance the personal attraction, and status enhance the attraction, especially people with the same status enhance the cohesiveness. Similarity in background enhance the cohesiveness. Similarity in background. Similarity in attitude is also an important component. Similarity in personal characteristics and success. Other factors that affect internal attraction. Benefits of group cohesiveness. Maintenance of the group membership. Power of the group over members. Participation and loyalty. Sense of self-esteem. Sense of security. Improved confidence. Mutual trust. Synergy and synergetic benefits. So maintain of a group membership. So if the group is cohesive, members tend to remain in the group. It is very hardly and rarely members leave in the group. Power of the group over members. Power of the group over members. So in some groups, it is the individual members more powerful than the group. But in the cohesive group, group is powerful than the individual members. If individual leave, nothing will happen to the group. But in the group which are more powerful, members are more powerful than the group. If the particular member, high status member leave, the group will be dissolved. Say for an example, Mahinda Rajapaksa has formed Poduyana Peramuna. So as I believe, Poduyana Peramuna is a party which has been created due to the famous attractiveness of Mahinda Rajapaksa. So if something happened to Mahinda Rajapaksa, that would be the end of this end of Poduyana Peramuna. But GBP, all the GBP leaders were killed, but GBP stand alone. So GBP, in the GBP group is more powerful than individual members. If all the members left the organization, it doesn't matter. The organization will be surviving. In participation and loyalty, members will participate in organizational work and they will be very loyal. Sense of self-esteem. So being a member of a cohesive group will enhance the self-esteem. It is a sense of security, improved confidence, mutual trust. Employee have mutual trust, synergetic benefits. 1 + 1 be greater than 2. 1 + 1 be greater than 2, synergetic benefits. Difficulties with group cohesiveness. Difficulties in controlling. So especially when the group members are cohesive, controlling will be very difficult because all the members contribute to the others' idea and they may be sometimes adamant. So if a member of a cohesive group was punished, the punishment will be treated as a punishment given for all. So especially leaders have to be careful in punishing the cohesive group members. Groupthink. Groupthink is a phenomena that is very bad for a group. So when you look at the word, the term, we will think that this is a good concept. But it is not a good concept, it is a bad concept. We will discuss it later on. Overconfidence. So when all the members are cohesive, they will overestimate the power of the group and will be overconfident about their abilities. Productivity, cohesiveness, relationship. So see here in the vertical axis, performance norms are given as low and high. Cohesiveness is given in the horizontal axis as low and high. When performance low, cohesiveness low, moderate to low performance. Then performance low, cohesiveness high, low productivity. Performance low, cohesiveness low, performance high, moderate productivity. Performance high, cohesiveness high, high productivity. Can you understand the logic behind this? Why productivity is low in the low performance and high cohesiveness group? Because here in the axis we given not the performance but the performance norms, performance related norms. Low mean performance related norms are low or negative. So productivity will be low. Tetsu goof cohesiveness. Shall we take a small break till 3:15 and discuss Tetsu goof cohesiveness?
Okay, sir.